Give it up for Lord and Miss Janie Jones. Give her a hand.
I don't know how to use this. They keep me in my little home office, so I don't get out much. Can you hear me? I've been told my voice is a little bit wimpy. Lionel told me that. Okay, so I get to talk about the Cadillac and other really great programs. You know, what's really amazes me in this company, you know, when I first came in, I was happy getting a check. And then they started telling me later on, I found out that you can make more income with overrides, and there's all these other programs, and I'm like, it just was weird, because I'm so used to corporate America. In corporate America, it's like you come in, and you know, you might get a raise at the end of the year if you're lucky. Nobody gives you a car, and nobody wants you to move up and make more money. You know, they wanted to kind of stay down there for some reason. So this was, I just kept on saying, wow, this company just keeps on giving us things. And, you know, and they don't stop. I mean, like this afternoon, you'll be hearing more about more things they're putting in place for us to even make more money. And I'm just blown away. You know, my husband was a civil engineer, and he didn't quite understand all these incentives and bonuses, and he just kept on saying, okay, whatever. You know, it's not until when I brought him to an event like this, finally it clicked in. He goes, oh wow, he goes, this is so much better. And I say, yes it is. Now, the AmeriPlan Cadillac Club, when it first came out, you know, I really didn't want a car because I was already driving an Escalade, you know, all thanks to AmeriPlan. So, you know, I like the big cars, you know, I just feel more secure for some reason. You know I look funny driving in a big old car, and my husband's like, you look so little driving a big car. But I like the big cars, so when that program came around, they said, hey, you earned a Cadillac. And I was like, well, I'm not so sure if I want a Cadillac. You know, then he said, well, go ahead and just get the sports car. You've never had a sports car, and just get it, and you know, maybe you can drive it and take me out to lunch once in a while. And I said, okay, I'll get it. So they brought it, you know, they actually delivered it to my home. And I got in the car, and I was like, oh my gosh, now I understand why the guys like the sports car. They drive so much differently, don't they? There's something about them, you know, and all of a sudden I was like, where's my sunglasses? You know, I'm like, you know, then I'm like, I'm going to have to go and get some cooler shades for this car. It's way too cool, you know. But yeah, so I started with you get three options, a 2-door, 4-door, or the SRX. RX. Now, I started with the 2-door, and now I went to the SRX. That one's really cool, too. It's loaded. I mean, everything you can possibly think of. I mean, there's still buttons in there I still don't know how to use. But, you know, the seated, the cars, everything is the Wi-Fi, and it's a beautiful, beautiful car. So all you have to do is earn income is $50,000 in any 12-month period. So when I looked at that, I thought, okay, well, if I just come in, and if I keep on working, even if it takes me 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, eventually I'm going to get to that income and I'll get the car. And it's so much nicer when you're driving a car that you don't have to pay for it. It's paid for, you know, it's just so much nicer. Okay, so let me see if I can push it button. Yeah, I did it. Okay. So in addition to the Cadillac, they also have bonus programs, like a sales team bonus. So once you move up to a sales director, you have an opportunity to earn a $500 sales team bonus to enroll 50 people, 50 members in a month. So like, yeah, the way I look at it, like, okay, well, I'll just keep on working, and eventually, you know, I can get to, you know, having enroll 50 members in a month, which is $6,000 a month. And I thought, all right, well, that sounds pretty cool. And then they also talk about if you become a sales director, there's top producers, trips, and cash bonuses. So we've been to several trips in this company before, and you know, these trips they're not like little trips. They're like top producers trips. they spoil you rotten, right, Fatima? Fatima doesn't even like, she'll call the service and she'll like, can you please bring my toothbrush over? She was like, I'm waiting for something to come because you get spoiled. Yeah. I mean, you're just calling people, come and do things for me. The hotels are all 5-star. You know, I have a lot of team members that won trips before, and they're so funny because they're like, you know, American really spoiled it. We become hotel junkies. You know, it's like we refuse to stay at the Holiday Inn or, you know, all those like Quinta Inns. Forget that, because once you go to a trip like an AmeriPlan, it's all just, you know, amazing trips. And of course, the Centennial Club, there's a lot of people in our team that, you know, love that Centennial Club. You know, you basically earn 100 points per month for 12 months in a row, and you get a $2,500 bonus. And by the way, those are really great bonuses. Also, the bonus for the sales director and top producers, that's a $10,000 bonus. That is really cool stuff to work for. I mean, so it's not like if you're just working and making other people money and all this stuff. You're working, you're creating residual income, while you're also creating all of this. It'll just come. So I never worry about the titles, the income, the Cadillacs. I never worry about any of that stuff. You know, I just keep on working consistently, and eventually the money, the title, the income, residual, all of that just automatically comes just by working it. Okay, so how many of you have tried things at home before? You know, like have you tried selling Mary Kay, the Pampers, all this stuff? Well, I was with a well-known company, so it was really difficult because you had to get out of the house, convince people to buy expensive products. There was auto shipment, there was all that stuff. So when I found this company, I thought, well, this is very different. I mean, there's no parties. It's simple. All I have to do is use the services, experience the savings, and tell people about them. And I don't have to, you know, buy, you know, expensive products or anything like that. And they also say you can build it any way you want. You know, if you want to learn how to do it online in the internet, we can show you how to do it that way, or offline, right there in your hometown. Offline, like brochures, they have an e-kit. You can just print it out and you can start using right away. I mean, you can do, we get really gorgeous websites, and the websites, they're very modern now. So you get websites, and it comes with a little pop-up, if you want to have more information, put your name here, and as soon as they put their name, you get an email. So when I first started, they didn't have all those fancy websites, and now they do, and they're really, really cool. So there's a lot of ways you can build your business, and we're going to go over a lot of that stuff this afternoon. How to build it online in the internet. We have top producers. We're going to tell you everything. You know, their tools, their resources, where do they get their leads, everything. We're not going to hold back. And then we're going to also talk about offline advertising, because offline advertising is still working. There's a lot of people that use offline advertising. As a matter of fact, many of the leaders here, that's how they found AmeriPlan. I think Jerome Scott, he's an MVP. I think he found AmeriPlan with a brochure. James Beach is a national vice president, the highest level of the company, and he found AmeriPlan through a little brochure. So offline advertising, it does work. I mean, I'm an internet person, but I tell you, there's a lot of people that find their company flyers, card magnets. As a matter of fact, you know, card magnets do work too. I think he's telling me I gotta get out. He's like, where's the hook?
I know.
Okay, so most of you probably already thinking, all right, this is gonna
For a career change, there's a great opportunity.
for the little guys to get in. So I am going to bring Lionel Burks. He's a national vice president, and he's going to go share with you how you can get started today.
Give J.D. a hand, folks. Give her a hand.